The second ODI between India and South Africa in 2025 turned into one of those matches where you could feel the energy shifting from the very first over, and the whole game carried this back and forth rhythm that kept fans glued to the screen. India came into the match with confidence from the first ODI, but South Africa, knowing the series was on the line, showed up hungry and sharper than before. After being sent in to bat, India had a bit of a wobbly start with an early wicket. But once Virat Kohli and Ruturaj Gaikwad settled in, the whole vibe of the innings changed. Kohli looked completely in control, playing with that calm, seasoned swagger he's famous for. Clean timing, smart strike rotation, and taking the occasional risk when he knew the bowlers were under pressure. Gaikwad matched that energy with elegant stroke play, showing off those smooth drives and perfectly placed cuts that make him such a natural fit for ODI cricket. Together they built a partnership that not only rescued India from early nerves, but pushed the team into a position of real dominance as the overs rolled by. By the halfway mark, India looked locked in and dangerous, pacing the innings with smart singles mixed with calculated aggression. Even when South Africa tried shuffling their bowlers, switching angles, or packing the offside field, the Indian pair handled it like seasoned pros, picking gaps, wearing out the spinners, and refusing to hand over even a hint of momentum. Once Gaikwad eventually fell, India still looked comfortable enough, because the platform he and Kohli created made it easy for the middle order to walk in and swing freely. Kohli kept going strong, turning the innings into another one of his classic ODI masterclasses, where he reads the game like a book and adjusts gear at exactly the right time. India's final push in the last 10 overs wasn't explosive, but it was solid, smart, measured batting that added crucial runs without reckless risks. By the time India wrapped up their innings, they had a total that felt big, intimidating, and built on pure discipline rather than lucky breaks. South Africa walked out to chase, knowing they had a serious mountain to climb under lights, and India's bowlers wasted zero time reminding them of it. India picked up an early wicket that shook South Africa a bit, and even though they tried building small partnerships, the pressure of the chase kept creeping back in. India bowled with terrific discipline, tight lines, smart variations, and just enough movement to force mistakes. South Africa's middle order tried to fight back, showing flashes of power and intent, especially when they strung together. A brief stand that made the match feel alive again. But India never really let the door stay open for long. Every time South Africa looked like they were settling into a rhythm, India struck either with a sharp catch, a clever change in pace, or a perfectly placed delivery that stopped the scoring rate dead in its tracks. As the asking rate kept climbing, the tension hit hard. South Africa had to take risks, and that's where the game slipped out of their hands. A couple of mistimed shots, a run out born purely from pressure, and suddenly India were all over them. The bowlers, backed by confident fielding, closed out the game with cool heads and experience, sealing a win that felt like a perfect blend of smart batting earlier and ruthless execution later. What made India's performance so impressive wasn't just the numbers, but the maturity, building a big partnership when it mattered, not panicking after early setbacks, keeping strike rotation alive, and bowling with absolute clarity of plans. South Africa, for all their effort, just couldn't match that consistency. They had fight, they had spirit, but the pressure of the chase kept stacking up. And by the time they realized they'd need something special to catch up, it was too late. When the winning moment finally came, India celebrated with the kind of calm satisfaction that comes from a job well done, knowing they had taken a strong 2-0 lead in the series. The match left fans with plenty to talk about. Kohli's vintage class, Gaikwad's effortless fluency, India's nailed-down bowling plans, and the way the team stayed locked in from start to finish. For South Africa, it's a reminder that one great phase of play isn't enough in ODI cricket. You've got to stitch together full, disciplined stretches on both sides of the game. For India, it's a confidence boost and a statement that their mix of experience and young talent is clicking at the right moments. The second ODI wasn't just another win for India. It was a showcase of smart cricket, calculated risks, perfect pacing, tight bowling, and cool nerves under pressure. And for the fans, it was one of those matches where even without a nail-biter finish, the cricket itself felt rich, competitive, and worth every minute.